Wanda, one of the orderlies, had taped a cardboard turkey to Bree's door. It had a slightly startled look and a weird tissue paper tail that was the exact same shade as Clorox bleach and blue toilet water. Bree didn't like the bleach and blue tailed turkey on her door, but she didn't have the heart to ask Wanda to take it down. Wanda had been so proud of herself for cheering the place up. How could Bree possibly tell her that all the cheer made her feel infinitely worse? At night, Bree listened to the orange paper chains making limp rustling sounds, like old leaves. It was the sound of seasons past, of the end of things. It made her think of the tree of heaven leaves, snatched from their moorings by the wind and sent tumbling into the night. Bree wasn't a person naturally given to despair. When she'd first come into the hospital with pneumonia last May, she'd been the kind of person who posted motivational memes on her Instagram, the kind of person who took a selfie featuring the stupid hospital gown, amused by the oddly stylish wraparound print of the garment. This gown is snatched, you guys. She put a warm filter over the photo so she didn't look quite so frightful. She hadn't felt despair when she was sent for round after round of x-rays, or when the awkward young doctor had told her she had pneumonia. She'd suspected that. It was why she'd come to the hospital in the first place. And when the same awkward young doctor lingered, cleared his throat, and then asked her how long she'd had leukemia, and could he have the number of her oncologist so he could consult about treatment options for the pneumonia, she thought he'd made a mistake. He'd mixed up the tests. She didn't have leukemia. She had pneumonia. That was about when his expression had curdled to one of horror, and he'd just about melted at her feet. Like his bones had turned to liquid and there was nothing left to hold him up. Oh, God. You didn't know. Know what? Even then, in that airless, endless moment of realization, her first response hadn't been despair. It hadn't even been shock. It had maybe been denial, but it had definitely been screw that. Because she was Bree Boyd. She was 26 years old. She had her whole life ahead of her. She had more than 1 million followers on Instagram. She'd had her photo posted with 3, almost 4 of the Kardashians. And she hadn't finished her bucket list yet. Hell, she hadn't even finished composing her bucket list. She couldn't die. It wasn't even a remote possibility. This was just one of those inspiring survival stories, and she was the heroine, like a Hallmark movie, where the heroine is brave and all her hair falls out, and there's lots of weeping, but in the end, she gets the guy and finishes the film with her hair grown back in a cute pixie cut. Bree could carry off a pixie cut. Right, she'd said to the boneless young doctor, way back in May when despair wasn't even an option. What do we do about it? Because Bree was going to war. And at least she was doing it in a decent hospital gown, one with a faux designer print. She'd be the first influencer to have hospital gowns trending, just wait and see. Hell, she'd have Adidas offering to sponsor her with athleisure wear before the week was out. Just watch her. She'd be a goddamn beacon of positivity and light. She'd take her green juicing hot yoga world traveler spirit, the same spirit that had taken her trekking through the Himalayas or vertical caving in the Cave of Swallows in Mexico, the same spirit that had seen her be the first person in her entire extended family to go to college, the same spirit that had made her an inspiration to hundreds of thousands of people, and she'd apply that spirit to kicking cancer's ass. It never occurred to her that she couldn't win. Not until the second course of chemo.